Hello guys, this is Leo from Quotes and Posters, and today I'm going to talk about the quote: either write something worth reading or do something worth writing, by Benjamin Franklin. All right, so are you a writer? I'm terrible at writing. I'm terrible at writing, and I'm terrible also at setting up my timer here, because I only have a limited time that I can record these videos. So, what I think about this quote? Man, I don't think anything about this quote, to be honest. I don't know what to say about it. I think what's interesting, even though I'm not a writer, and I think Benjamin Franklin, he's not a writer either, right? He was like a politician and a scientist, but what I think is very interesting about this quote is the thing about of doing something worth for people to actually spend their time consuming it, right? And that's something inspiring. It's like a kind of an inspiring quote for you, to basically saying that for you to go and do something for your life, do something for yourself that no one else ever created. Be original, right? That's my understanding, or my interpretation of this quote. It's like, for you to be original, do something unique in the world, give your unique contributions to the world, be yourself, do your art, make your thing. It doesn't even need to be art. It can be a company. You can just start a company, or you can be like an athlete, or you can do sports or whatever, or you can just become a YouTuber, like me, You just create something out in the world that is unique, and that is worth for people. Actually, is worthy of people looking at it, and is worthy of people to consider actually consuming it. And how do you do that, right? How do you do something worth writing, or how do you write something worth reading? Honestly, my take on that is ignore all the other advices and just do something out of your heart, because if you're going to be doing something really that is your personality and really is original and is unique, chances are that this is going to be reflected, your passion and your heart into something is going to be reflected into what you're doing. And chances are, because we live in a world with 6 billion people, right? 6 billion people. Chances are that at least out of these 6 billion people, at least 1 million is going to is going to enjoy what you do, right? 1 million out of 6 billion is really nothing. Is really nothing. And we live in a very diverse world. We live in a world, and it's getting even more diversified each time. Every decade that I see, we get more subcultures out of cultures, and more different little codes and different little things, which is quite crazy. And we got like people doing things and creating amazing things all over, right? So it kind of becomes really crazy in a sense that there are thousands and thousands of people creating things like me, for example, like me creating this poster project, and I think for me at least the most difficult thing is to find the right audience, or to find the right people that will actually enjoy my project. Because what I'm realizing now is that like designers, classically trained graphic designers, are really not enjoying that much, maybe because the quality of my design is not like following any trends, or maybe it's not good enough, I don't know, for designers. But I'm kind of struggling to find, out of this 6 billion people, I'm kind of struggling to find my target audience, like who are the people that are really enjoying doing this project, right? So but I'm pretty sure there are people out there. Like I'm pretty sure out of this 6 billion, I'm pretty sure there are like 1 million people that will actually enjoy. I just need to find, I just need to find the right way to promote to the right people. And so I think that chances are, whatever you want to do in your life, chances are that there will be enough people to actually support you and to enjoy what you're doing in a scale that can provide you a living out of it. But you just really have to work really hard, you have to work hard actually doing this thing, and you have to work hard finding ways of promoting this to the right people, right? Which is the thing that I'm currently struggling now, right? And the thing is, like I said, the best thing you can do is to be yourself, The best thing you can do is try to be yourself, try to be original, don't be fake, don't try to pretend you're something that you're not. Do something that is really you, that you really find passion in doing. Do something that you feel like you feel like it's you, and you feel like you're giving your soul into it. And do something that you're not trying to copy anyone, right? Because I see when you start, for example, when I started being a designer, I copied a lot of things. I tried to copy a lot of designers initially, because copy in a way is a way of learning, right? And I'm not saying I don't copy anymore. I still copy a lot. I still look a lot for references online when I'm starting a design. Like even when I'm doing these posters, I'm not like deliberately going and just designing out of nothing. No, actually, my process is quite interesting. I usually it takes me like about 1 hour or 2 hours maximum to design a poster like this. And what I do is I go on Instagram, and I have some accounts of people who are also designing posters, or I have some other designer accounts of designers that I enjoy, and I really look at them for inspiration. But the funny thing is that even though I look at them for inspiration, what I end up doing is completely different, you know. I think it's because I try to put my own soul on it. I try to put my touch, right, on, or my personal touch, and I think that honestly that's the only way I'm able to work. I'm not able to work any different way. I'm not able to actually get one particular style or get one particular design and make it 100% that style, because there's a lot of room, there's a lot of space when you're doing art. There's a lot of situations and a lot of space of that are totally subjective. And so even like, for example, if an artist is trying to imitate another, or like supposedly I want to imitate Miro, you know, Miro, the Spanish artist, which I really love his work. I don't know, even though it's okay to actually do what he does in terms of technique, I'm not sure I would be able to really 100% imitate him, because there are things that the way he draws, and some things are totally related to his subconscious mind, right? And this is, to me, I think it applies the same as these posters. Like some things that I do in these designs, even though they kind of look different, but they have some similarities. But there are things which I do which are totally related to my mind, to the way I perceive things, and to my subconscious. And these things, they also change through time, right? So when I started doing these posters, I was doing one kind of I was following one kind of practice, right? I was doing like three squares, and then putting some white graphics on top mixed with the typography, and I was trying to do different typographies, different kinds of typographies into the same posters. Like this one, you see different typographies. And then suddenly I started to play only with one typography, as you can see, not mix. And yeah, I was actually playing with these things, and I just realized now that I have the exact same poster here, right? Just realized now. It's not my fault. I didn't notice before, right? So why am I saying all these things? Basically, I'm just talking about being original, you know, being yourself. Because as I was saying, like, chances are, if you're original and if you're doing something out of your heart, chances are that it will resonate to some people, you know, and eventually it might take years, it might take decades, but eventually you will be recognized and you will be heard, you know. And hopefully, if you're really doing something that is a breakthrough, and is like totally related to a culture or a movement that is emerging, chances are that you're going to explode, and you're going to have your success much faster than you were expecting. But I don't really know how these things work. I don't think there is a particular formula for success. And I mean, you can study great people, you can study successful people, and you can actually see that there are some parallels with happening with successful people, but I really don't know if all the successful people in the world were able to explain why they got successful. Because when you reach success, and you see a lot of successful people talking about their success, you kind of blind yourself. You kind of like, you really don't know why something just became, why something that you did became famous. And sometimes I've seen many successful people expecting something to become a hit or become a success, and didn't happen, right? So I really don't know how hits happen and why do they happen, but what I know is that successful people, first of all, I think it's unmistakable that you see that successful people, they are really successful because they're really passionate, right, about what they do, and they really do it with their hearts, and they really put their soul into it. So you can kind of feel it, you know, against unsuccessful people that are not. You see that they lack passion in what they're doing, or they lack some sort of commitment to what they're doing, and that's why they're not so successful. So there's this quote which I think is related to it, which is like, success is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. So that's also a very interesting quote that I designed. I think this one is from Thomas Edison. So yeah, it's really about being yourself, about being committed, about being passionate, about embracing something, being original, and really being smart also. Because you gotta be smart to actually be able to find ways to expand what you want to do, right? Because if you're a musician, you need to find the best people to collaborate with, and the best record label and everything, right? You gotta do all these things. You gotta be very disciplined with your time, you know, and you gotta be open to mistakes also, because something that I notice a lot about being about successful people and about achieving something great, right, is that these people, they're really persistent, you know. They try different things, they diversify, but they never give up, you know. Successful people never give up. And I see a lot of people giving up, and I was one of them. Like I was one of these people that gave up a lot on some things in my life in order to pursue other things. And I think there's also a big secret of success and of doing something great is resilience, you know. So for you to actually do something worth writing and do something worth reading, you gotta be resilient, you know. You gotta, like, there's this example of Bukowski, right? The writer Bukowski, which is a great American writer, that he only got his recognition after many years, after decades, where he was working as he had a job in the post office, and he was working there for many years, and he was a writer. He was like writing stuff, never had any recognition, and then he got an offer from an editor that to give him like a monthly salary, which is a very low wage monthly salary from this editor, for him to write stuff, write full time. So, and then he became like a full-time writer. And then Bukowski, even though he was having this full-time contract where he was writing, he tried a lot to gain success, and he tried, and I think he only achieved in the end of his life. And some people, they're really genius, like Van Gogh, for example, and they're genius people. They really did a great amount of work, but they never got the achievement also in their lifetime, and they only achieved their success after they died, you know, which is quite sad in a way, right? But all these people, the reason they kept doing was not because of success. It was because they really loved what they're doing, right? And this is a very interesting thing for you to consider, that successful people, they're not there for the money, they're not there for the fame and the money and everything. They're there for the art. They're there because they, honestly, sometimes they're there because they don't have anything else that they could be doing. They just can't do anything else, because their art is so present and is so part of their lives that they are just embedded on it. Like, they live it, they breathe it, they love it, and that's what they do, right? That's what they do. They love it, and they couldn't do anything else, which I understand, which I completely understand, and I completely relate to it. Like, in a sense, I completely relate, because I kind of feel the same, you know. I kind of feel the same into this poster project that I'm doing. Even though I'm not sharing any amount of success right now with it, I kind of feel that I really enjoy doing this. But at the same time, I feel like I need to be much more proactive with this project than I'm being now. So I feel like, I'm gonna be really totally honest with you, I feel like I'm not giving 100% as I should. I still have some extra blocks of my time, of my days, of my weeks, which I could be dedicating to this project, and I'm dedicating to something else that is not something that is going to, well, everything is connected, right? So sometimes I dedicate myself, for example, I dedicate blocks of my time to read the news, for example, to read what's going on in the world. And I think about, like, I should be dedicating this into something else, right? I should be dedicating this into my project, like my poster project, right? Because the more I dedicate to it, the more chances I have it to grow and to become successful and to become like a full-time living, right? But I don't, and so yeah, it's something that really it's really about the amount of passion that you have into something. It's really about how you love that thing, because if you really love it, you're gonna do it, despite of if you're having success or not. And if you really love it, you will want to excel. You will want to actually do the best out of it, because when you really love something, you want to give your best to it. So in my case, for example, I want to give the best out of my designs. I want to really focus, and I really want to like do a great design. I want to do a great poster every time, and I get very sad when I'm not able to actually focus 100% and give like the greatest design that I could have given, right? And I'm trying my best to strive for that, right? So yeah, that's what I think. Those are my considerations and my thoughts about how to do something great, how to write something worth reading or do something worth writing. Thank you very much. I hope this is like helpful for you at some point in your life, and see you again. Bye.